This is Billings is a local show featuring the people, places, and things that make the Magic City our home. Brought to you by Town Square Media Billings. The classic rock station, 103.7 The Hawk. Quitting time, officially Friday 5. And Michael here, got a special guest in the studio, Auggie Smith. Auggie, good afternoon, good evening. How are you?
I'm feeling so good. So good to be back in town. This
Back
is
in
my
Billings.
town. I'm back here. I'm on your Wikipedia page. I'm
right.
on your Wikipedia page, Magic City.
That's right. You look up Auggie Smith, hometown, it says Billings.
That's right.
Remind me, are you let me see if I can guess this. Did you go to senior?
Are you kidding me?
West.
Catholic boy.
All right, you're
Catholic boy.
I can see your
I
school
went
from
to
here.
Frat, which is now a bunch of condos.
Sure.
They've sold out. I tried to buy my childhood.
Yeah.
I tried to buy the 5th grade.
You should
but
have.
they wouldn't let me buy the 5th grade.
Yeah,
Because I offered them, I got that the stimulus money from Uncle Joe.
Sure, yeah.
I got my $1,400. They wouldn't take that.
They didn't want
They
it,
wanted considerably more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, those condos are pretty sweet, too. I'm sure you've seen the renderings and stuff in your old school down there.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty nice. But
Yeah, they took where I used to do detention, and now there's like this beautiful place that people are going to live in.
Yeah.
If only they knew the horrors that went on there.
That's
The
right.
horrible abuse I suffered at the hands of Sister Green Martian. They would hit you. Sister Agnes
bet you
Rita
would. Yeah.
hit you.
I bet she
My
would.
first grade teacher was my mom's first grade teacher.
Is that
Sister
right?
Agnes Rita. She was there that whole time.
Nice.
And I'll bet she still prowls the halls there. I think
She
when you
probably
move
does.
in, she has to be your roommate. I think that's the sitcom we should write, Connor. Is that they build a condos in an elementary school, but you have to take Sister Agnes Rita.
That's right. I love that. Auggie, you're going to be Auggie Smith performing tonight, tomorrow night out at the Red Door. Is there any tickets left, Connor, for tonight's show? Are they go? I heard they're going quick. So,
yeah, they are going quick, but we still got a handful for
Okay.
both nights left. You
Okay.
can get them at montanacomedy.com, or you can actually stop by and grab McClown Vapes. Or if you want to take your chances at the door, we recommend you don't.
gamble
Recommend you don't
risky.
do that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, Auggie, can you hang out for a few minutes? I got to play a song or two, but I'm not done talking with you. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, Auggie Smith, Billings local, who's made it big in the comedy biz, and good for you, Auggie. You've been doing this as a professional now, getting paid to tell jokes for how long? I mean,
30 years now.
Yeah.
So I graduated from Central in 1989.
Yeah.
One of my classmates is actually the principal of Central
Oh,
now.
is that
That's
right?
how old I am.
Yeah.
That's how old I am. I got in my Oldsmobile Delta 88, my 1970 Oldsmobile Delta
Sure.
88. This was not 1970, by the way. This was many years after
Right,
1970.
yeah.
And I drove to Chicago. And comedy's been my only job since 92 now.
well, good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I know
Why
it's been
not?
a little bit wacky with COVID last year. A lot of guys tried doing the Zoom concerts and performing virtually. Did that suck as bad as it did watching? Did it suck as bad for you to do it as it did for us to watch
Because
it?
as the audience, it was terrible.
It was tough,
so was
man.
it as bad for the comics?
Yeah.
The sad thing is, I got sort of good at the Zoom shows.
Did you?
Yeah, that was the sad. I would do them all from my backyard,
Yeah.
and there's like a swing set behind me. I looked like I was a war correspondent every time I did a Zoom show, and you could hear I would do it at night. You know, that's when the Zoom shows were, and I literally had crickets. There was literally crickets in my backyard.
Nice, yeah,
so,
sure.
like, after a joke, it'd just be crickets. Or a dog barking, or a car racing down the street.
Sure,
and I thought,
backfire.
this is what COVID comedy should be.
That's
no,
hilarious.
I spent the last year at home just with the kids. The kids are funny, because I got 3 of them. They're 3 little ones.
Sure.
And their favorite activity is to be traced on the sidewalk. They lay down and I
nice.
trace them in chalk on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. So my driveway looks like the site of the most adorable massacre in American history.
Where a whole
it looks
family
like
got slaughtered.
a disgruntled Keebler elf came back to the tree to exact God's revenge on his coworkers.
Right.
It looks like, Jonestown? It looks like, what if that was Care Bears? That's what it looks like all over my driveway. Yeah.
Like a tricycle drive-by, just it all
Yeah,
ended
just
right
it
there.
went badly.
Right
It went
there on the
badly.
sidewalk. For comedians, being self-employed and stuff, were you able to get any PPP money, or did the feds help, the government help you out?
I got.
How did that work as being like a self-employed?
I get my unemployment. I've been
Yeah.
getting my unemployment
Nice.
for not being able to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And so I've been staying home and taking care of the kids and just collecting that government money, man.
Sweet gravy train. You heard
I
that
ain't
the
ever gonna work again. This will never run out.
Living is easy.
I'm gonna live forever.
What you see, our governor is now paying people $1,200 if they
to go back to work. Right?
Work.
Get off your couch, you lazy sacks! Come on, man.
Pretty funny.
Can't believe Burger King's having trouble finding people, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's not. It's crazy.
After they've treated their employees so well for so long, why wouldn't you want to go back
can't
and wear a paper hat?
Right, get screamed at by assholes in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Oh man, Auggie Smith performing tonight and tomorrow night. Red Door tickets are available. What's that website? Or if people want to get them in person, you can get them at Cloud.
You can get them at Cloud Vapes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right off of 19th and Grand, or you can go to montanacomedy.com.
Gotcha. Auggie, you're a longtime guest on the Bob and Tom Show, and of course we play the Bob and Tom Show in the morning. I do have some questions, and I wonder if you can provide any inside secrets about their show.
I'm here for you. Now, you got to understand, I started doing Bob and Tom the Friday before the Janet Jackson Super Bowl.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my first ever one.
Nice.
And the first one and they used to go down to the Caribbean, or the Bahamas, to do the Super Bowl. So I was the only guest the first morning I was on.
Right? Yeah.
And I had like 13 years of stand-up material all built up to just unload on them. And so, for a couple hours, it was just me and Bob and Tom and Christy and Chick.
That's cool.
And with that morning was the most influential morning in my stand-up career.
Changed your life.
Doing well on that.
I suppose.
So then they started to do the tours. I started to do the tours with them. I did their special. They did a comedy special. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love Bob and Tom.
That's cool. I want to talk to you more about that. Can you hang out for a minute?
Absolutely.
You got to play a song, Sweet Home Alabama. Skinner on your Friday night. It's 103.7 The Hawk. Auggie, you've been a regular guest on the Bob and Tom Show, and we talked a little bit about that a second ago. But do you find why is it still called Bob and Tom Show since Bob's not there? That's one question I want to know.
That's a good question.
Do you have an answer?
I do not have an answer for that. It will be continued to be called, even if Tom leaves. I think they'll call it the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah. You're right. And then Christy, I mean, is she fun to hang out with in real life?
She is one of the most delightful women I've ever been around in my life.
Yeah.
We have a friendship outside of the show, and I'm just happy that we do.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like, she has meals with the family when she comes to LA and such.
Nice.
And just she's absolutely as nice and as delightful as he hoped she would be.
Now their program.
Chick, on the other hand.
Chick.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
Yeah. What about Chick? Do you guys arm wrestle and stuff when you're in the studio?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's just constantly headbutting.
Is it?
They were
Yeah.
basically like two elks meeting in the wild, trying to establish dominance.
That's right. What about, have you ever been in their studio or on with them when their sex and relationship expert Allie Breen is on the program? And because she sounds delightful, and I don't want to take this down pervy lane or whatever, but is she a cool chick in real life too?
Well,
or?
she's always asking me advice about stuff because she's heard. She knows about
Sure.
the legend of Auggie Smith. No, she. I was on one time when she was on, and she gave me a bunch of books and stuff. And I'm like, we got 3 kids. We're doing fine.
Right. Yeah.
I need some advice on less of this.
Yeah.
I need less of this.
That's
if
pretty
possible.
funny. What about, let's talk about one of their favorite characters that a lot of people love, Donnie Baker. Are you guys friends in real life? Do you ever go on tour with Donnie Baker?
I've done many shows. I've done
Yeah.
many shows with Donnie Baker.
Yeah.
And well, his band is exactly what you hope that a Donnie Baker band would be.
Is that right? Yeah.
I've spent multiple New Year's Eves, and they're exactly as they present themselves.
Yeah.
It's if you want to get blackout drunk, those are the guys to do it with.
Those are the guys
That's what I found to be.
They probably enjoy Leonard Skinner, if I had to guess.
Yeah!
Right? You know it. You know it. Auggie Smith in the studio, been spending some time chatting with us a little bit, Auggie. Great to have you up, as always.
Oh, happy to be here. I want Billings to know that I tried hard to get the baseball all-star game here. I thought they should play at what I know is Cobb Field.
Now
That's
Dealer
where they
Park,
should have
sure.
played the all-star game.
They should have.
Yeah, we'll let anybody vote here. We don't have weird voting laws. Come on out.
Come on up.
Well, they just said, we need a big league park. Why? Why? They should have done it like Rocky. When Apollo couldn't fight whoever he's supposed to fight, he went and found Rocky. So you can't have the all-star game in Atlanta. Bring it to Billings.
Yeah, they should.
Would have been embraced.
Would
have been the biggest thing to happen to this town.
Would have been huge. You would have had to park in Lockwood and get a shuttle down. It would have been nuts. Auggie, I know California's had recreational legal weed for forever, I guess, but in Montana, big news here. They finally, after the legislature screwed around and tried to ruin the voter initiative as much as they could, we're basically getting reckweed here. Do you partake at all, or do you mind talking about that?
Oh, just every day for about 20 years.
Okay.
See, what's funny about these laws that always kills me is that for a while, the first laws, I lived in Oregon when we passed the very first ever medical marijuana law.
Yeah.
And the very first one said that you could have the marijuana, but you had to grow it yourself. That was literally the law. They had,
if you can figure out how to grow it, you deserve to smoke it.
Great news, 90-year-old stroke victim. Yeah, if you can stop the tremors in your hand long enough to tend your hydroponics experiment, well, then you can have the only herb that takes away your searing pain and gives you an appetite. Aren't you happy? Now get to work, man. You got to start plowing the back 40, or you're going to be in constant pain. You don't make people make their own drugs, okay? We don't tell people with diabetes, oh, you want your insulin? Yeah, head down to the rainforest and just harvest it at this point.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Well, I got to show you this, and you might appreciate this then, because a buddy of mine heard me talking this week that you're going to be in town and playing at the Red Door tomorrow night, and he sent me this picture yesterday, and it's from one of the dispensaries in town, but look at the name. It's called the Big Auggie Cheese.
What?
And so you actually have apparently a strain of marijuana named after you. So
well, they're missing a G. They're missing a G.
Yeah, you typo
but
stoners.
I am Big Auggie Cheese.
So Big Auggie Cheese.
From now on, Connor, I only want to be referred to as Big Auggie Cheese.
You're coming in at 17.11% THC.
Ooh,
so
that's what a lot of. That's probably accurate. I'm probably at this point about 17% THC.
This is not couch lock. This is functional. This is the weed that you take when you're going to work or telling jokes.
I smoked some of that. It's hemp-based weed.
Sure,
is what you can have.
Yeah.
And I did some of that last night for a live stream for Clouds Vape, who's a sponsor.
Oh, nice, sure.
And if you want a weed that makes you not say anything and be completely uninteresting, but also very relaxed, that's the one for you.
That's what you need.
I would not live stream it. when you do it, because you're not going to be good. I wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Yeah. When you tour and when you tell jokes around the country, how much of your material, is based on Montana, or do you incorporate any, Montana? Do you make fun of Montana at all? Do you have any Montana jokes? Do people appreciate Montana jokes?
It was a very big part of my persona.
Yeah.
And as I've just gotten older and older and older, and different factors have come into my life.
Sure.
But it still definitely comes up.
Yeah.
And I still definitely stand up for Montana.
Yeah.
For any chance I get to talk about Montana, I love talking about Montana.
That's great. You mentioned a little bit ago, of course, you got kids. How old are they? Are they little shivers? Or?
Tiny.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm an old man. I have a gray beard.
Yeah.
I have a gray beard and a baby. You've made some mistakes when you have a gray beard and a baby, America.
I
got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and I got a baby.
Jesus, yeah.
I'm telling you. And these kids are L.A. They're very L.A.
Are they? Yeah.
My oldest son has a food allergy. A food allergy!
Of course he does. He only drinks soy milk.
Well, his particular allergy is to egg, which is weird because he's half egg. On his mother's side. Right. Come on, people. These are the jokes. These are the jokes!
This is what you're going to hear tonight at the Red Door. That's right.
It's going to be solid.
That's right. Well, that's cool, man. Kids, of course, endless material, too, so that's got to be nice to...
it's a little bit different. Like when I started doing stand-up, it was all about drinking and girls and drugs, and now it's mostly about babies and diapers and childcare. So I mean, it's whatever you're into.
It's your life. Yeah, share your life, turn it into a joke. Americans, I think we could all deserve to laugh a little more. And the past year or two has just been. Part of me wanted to completely delete my social media accounts. And I think we need to get back to some comedy and laughing.
It was just people have been so angry and so stressed, and I'm just saying, shouldn't we have a night where we just all sit shoulder to shoulder and cough on each other? And that's why you should come to the Red Door tonight and tomorrow, where we're holding a super spreader, where we're sticking it in the eye of the man that doesn't want us together.
That's right.
They're trying to keep us from the comedy. That's what they've been doing. But we're going to stand up against it tonight, and we're going to rebel.
I see you kept your Montana attitude, Auggie. As long as you've lived away, you still got that Montana kind of attitude? You can't tell a shot. I'm not getting a shot. A shot that could save my life. No.
I mean, I'll inject other drugs, just not the ones you want me to inject.
That's right. You can't tell me what to do. All right, guys. I got to wrap this up here, but tickets, you can get them at the door if you want to risk it. Otherwise, Connor Romeo, you got to rattle out the ticket details one more time.
You can grab tickets at montanacomedy.com, or you can swing by Cloud Vapes. It's right over off 19th and Grand and grab them. Or, yeah, like you said, if you want to try your luck at the door, I do not recommend it, though. This is Augie's first time back headlining here in, 4 years?
Been a while.
Yeah. Been a long time. So come check them out.
Come check it out. Sounds good. Guys, I'll get some details up here on the website, too. And, Augie, good to see you as always. Connor, pop by anytime you got anybody else in town. And looking forward to the show tonight.
Outstanding. Thanks for having us on.
You got it. It's 103.7 The Hawk.